Hi roommates, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are having a great day today. As you guys can tell by the title, we will be making the best pig feet ever created. This is my first time making this dish and I followed a YouTuber recipe. His name is Philly Boy J. If you want to check his page out, feel free to do so. And let me just tell you guys, he's on to something. But before we get into that, please take a quick second to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit that bell so you can get notifications as well. Now that we are in the kitchen, as you can see, I got a pot with the pig feet. It's frozen, so I have hot water pouring on it. I'm going to add some lemon juice, some vinegar, and some salt, and I'm actually going to let that sit for 20 minutes. Once it's set for 20 minutes, I gave it a nice scrub and I kept cleaning it until the water ran clear, as you can see here. I used that lemon to scrub each individual piece and I let it sit while I gather all of my ingredients. For this recipe, you're going to need onions, green and red bell peppers, some minced garlic, flour, chicken broth, apple cider vinegar, white cooking wine, hot sauce if you want, some seasoned salt, Italian seasoning, parsley flakes, paprika, thyme. You're going to need a whole bunch of stuff, but don't worry guys, I got you. I'll leave it in the description box. What you see here, the pot is not on, but I put 3 tablespoons of flour and I'm adding the chicken broth and I'm going to give it a nice whisk to, make sure it's nice and combined. Make sure there's no lumps or nothing like that. This is going to be cooking for a long time, and when I say long time, I mean like 3.5, 4 hours. But it's going to be so good. This is my first time making this dish, and I kid you not, this is very, very good and full of flavor. That's the pig feet. Is nice and cleaned. I'm going to add it to this mixture of the flour and chicken broth. At this point, I have I have the stove on medium high heat, so that's like a 7-8 if you have the number. And I'm just adding it in. If you have time, you can buy your vegetables already chopped up at the store. But I didn't do that. I went ahead and chopped it over the pig's feet, as you will see in a minute. You don't need to marinate this dish because it's going to be cooking for so long that the flavor is going to adhere or marinate into it while it cooks. I love this dish. I'm adding the onions, the peppers. That's the red bell peppers. Then I'm going to add the green bell peppers. And I kind of have it going fast because it was not pre-chopped. But I'm just showing you. Give it a rough chop. It's going to wither down anyway as it cooks. Because like I said, it's going to be cooking for a long time. That was some fresh garlic. Now my seasonings, like I said, that's paprika. And you want to put a good amount of everything. And this dish is not healthy. So if you're healthy, you can go ahead and skip this recipe. But that's Italian seasoning. I had to keep on spinning it. That thing was coming out so slow. Oh, the grinders. But anyway, that's Italian seasoning. I put a hefty amount as well. So far we got paprika, Italian seasoning, some thyme. I know some people pronounce it thyme. Listen, the H is silent. Some thyme. You have some black pepper. I had paired this dish, if you've seen from the previous pictures, with some cornbread and cucumbers. Some eat it with collard greens. Here's some Lori seasoning. Some have it with collard greens or white rice so they can put the gravy on the rice. I had it with just cornbread because I already know this was not healthy. some apple cider vinegar, we have some cooking wine, some white cooking wine, and some Worcestershire sauce. Some call it the W sauce or Worcestershire, but it's Worcestershire sauce. It's going to help with the browning and that flavor. In his recipe, he didn't ask for habanero peppers, but I wanted my dish to be spicy. I added 3 habaneros, and it still wasn't spicy enough for me. But this is a close-up of what it looks like. I don't even know why my camera zoomed in like that. You see 1 habanero, but I actually added 3 as it was cooking. But you'll see it later on in the video that there's about 3 of them in there. You want to give that a quick mix. You want to cover with a lid and cook for 3 hours and 30 minutes, 4 hours. His recipe said 3 hours and 30, but I actually had it going for 4 hours. Now look guys, I don't usually or typically eat American or soul food cooking, but this recipe right here, it was the bomb. It was so good, so flavorful. This is me checking it. It's going. I added some beef broth along. As the water went down, I added beef broth. You can add water or substitute the broth for vegetable broth. Your choice. But guys, I can guarantee you and assure you that you will love this recipe if you're a pork fan. I know there's a few pork haters, but look at this. This was so good. This was this was very, very good. I actually mukbanged this. If you haven't seen that video, head on over to my channel and look at the videos and you'll see me actually mukbang this recipe. It was divine. It was delicious. It was top notch. It was very good. And I also want to thank you guys for stopping by. I'm going to let you guys go ahead and finish watching this. I'm going to show you a close-up of what it looks like real quick. But thank you guys for stopping by. Please subscribe, like, comment, leave any suggestions, anything you would have made different. But I promise you it was nothing you could have done to make this any better. I appreciate you guys, and I will always leave you with a word of advice. Slay. That's my word for today. Slay. Whatever you do, slay it. See y'all.